Hey, Frontline fans, welcome back to Comic Frontline, and this is topic time. And guys, today's topic time has to deal with, well, should the Joker get his own ongoing series? Yeah, and this is going to spin off into something else when it comes to villains altogether. Okay, so my question to you guys, the crew out there, and to the fans: would you want to see Joker get an ongoing series? Because I think this has been done once before. I think maybe in the 70s, he did have his own series. So would you guys want to see this?
I think it would be interesting because as long as it wasn't an origin story, I think it would be kind of interesting to kind of see a day in the life of the Joker and just follow his crazy train down, battling villains and seeing things from a weird, insane perspective. I think that could be fun.
Well, don't forget that there are 5 Jokers in the DC universe.
I thought it was 3.
Three Jokers. So I would love a series that kind of spotlighted that there are 3 Jokers and followed them around. I mean, we had the Batman That Laughs, which is basically a Jokerized Batman in the DC universe that had its own. I don't know if it was a mini series, right?
Yeah. And also I think that 3 Joker book is happening.
It is.
Yeah, but it's not ongoing.
It's a mini.
Yeah, and also has to do with, more of the events of DC universe, not Joker himself. It has to do with other characters as well. We're talking about ongoing, because like Mike said, if it happened, maybe it happened in the 70s. We usually just get miniseries, and usually they're Elseworld stories, because you do have like Curse of the White Knight. You have the White Knight book, but that was a miniseries, and that wasn't just Joker. But you had then the Lex Luthor story that lasted a whole year when that came out, and that was really good. A lot of people liked seeing a different perspective. But as someone who's seen the Joker movie, I also don't know if I want a whole story, a whole ongoing series, 30, 40 issues about the Joker. I think he does work better in a miniseries format.
Well, what if it was ongoing but finite? So it's like 20 issues or something.
There's an ending. There's unless like for instance, like some of the independent books, that they're going to end at issue 32 because the writer has this in mind. It's going to end at issue 32. Would you want to see something like that?
Oh yeah, it depends on the creative team for sure, but that I would be willing to see, because that means I know they have a full scope and a full plan of what they want to do. It's not just an arc.
Yeah, I think it would be interesting to go back, and this is my kind of riffing, going back to like the beginning and seeing not an origin story, but seeing all the events with the Joker we know of, but from his twisted perspective of it.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Now, do you think this would be the right time to release a Joker comic book because of the movie that's out? Do you think that could capitalize, or do you think that the Joker at any time could sell a comic because he's such a popular villain?
Yeah,
well,
go ahead.
I was just thinking, with the movie, it could boost up the popularity of getting the comic book, but then again, the Joker has retold his story quite a few times, so if they base it off from the movie, maybe that's what will get people into getting the comic book.
I think if they base it off the movie, that would get even less people to watch it, because I think it was so polarized that people would just be like, nah, I'm good.
Or they might just make it as a little twist, because, his character is a twisted character, so maybe they'll make it a little twisted for people to grasp and get the comic book. Maybe.
So, yeah, I mean, it could be interesting. I think personally, the Joker's going to sell regardless if there's a movie or not, because he is such a demented, sick, and twisted character and the arch enemy of Batman, and that's what makes Batman so good. Now, speaking of villain comic books, when it comes to them, there's a lot of them. You get to see them, but like we said earlier, when it comes to like the Joker and other series, they're all tend to be mini series. Now, there's a few of them out there right now. You could say that Venom, right, he's like that anti-hero, but he was a villain. Immortal Hulk is kind of, I don't know, he's not such a great guy, but same thing, Punisher, anti-villain. But would you want to see more villain comics to see maybe ongoing books to get more of the inner workings of these characters? Would you want to see that? And what characters would you want to see?
I think, I mean, it's going to depend on the character and the creative team, like Kat kind of said earlier about the Joker stuff. But I think you could do some really cool stuff with different characters. Not all of them, I think, are deserving of like that kind of treatment.
Emma Frost.
Emma Frost would be a good one. Another one I'd kind of like to see is Flash's Rogues Gallery.
Yeah,
I think
that
would be
cool.
interesting. Yeah.
Like,
I'd like to see a crime
Captain
syndicate.
Gold.
Yeah.
Why not the crime syndicate? We have the JLA book. Why not a crime syndicate book?
That'd be cool too.
Yeah, I mean, we got Doctor Doom that came out this week or this past week, so that's considered an ongoing book.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there could be quite a few different characters. I'm trying to think. I can't really think of one off the top of my head, and there's so many villains. You know,
You have Green Goblin, but would you want to see a Green Goblin book, right?
No,
I think
yeah.
he's overused, you know?
I mean, for DC, we did have a Sinestro book, and that lasted a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And that was quite well. You know, you even had a Larfleeze series that lasted a little while.
Red Lantern. We had the
Red
Red
Lantern.
Lantern.
Yeah, the Red
Got
Lantern.
2 volumes.
Yeah. So it shows that it works depending on what story you're telling.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Absolutely. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that, you know, I'm trying to think of some good guys that have really, you know, good enemies.
I mean,
Lex Luthor
Marvel
had
has
a lot of
really
miniseries.
good enemies.
Yeah.
Lex.
Oh, well, speaking of Captain Marvel, right? Star is getting her own series, and she's what you think may be a villain there. You know what I'm saying? In the Captain Marvel series, even though that's a mini, you know. So, but it's very curious to see what villain books would you guys like out there. So, you know, that's just some of the thoughts from us. Now, I want to ask the fans out there what they think of this whole topic, and maybe some villains that you would like to see get their own series. And you guys have any other comments?
Yeah, I had another one that I thought of because you mentioned Captain Marvel, and I thought, even though they're not bad guys, the Kree are often thought of as bad guys. It would be interesting to see a book about the Kree specifically.
Cool.
That's interesting. We had the Skrulls. We had that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a mini on that.
Mm-hmm.
So there are getting to be more of villain books. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, right? So anything else, guys, that comes to the top of your head?
Good.
All right. So I guess we'll wrap it up. So guys, if you want to see more of these discussions happen, please check us out on Comic Book Weekly every week on Tuesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you like, please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for all that content so you don't miss any of it from us. And check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and give us a thumbs up and let the comic book community know that we exist out there. So guys, till the next time, this is me and the Frontline crew signing off. And this has been Topic Time. Take care, everyone. Have a good night.
Good, guys.
It's been Topic.